Absolutely perfect.
Good morning.
Indicative. Good morning, Andrew.
Indicative of what?
Indicative of the fact that we are on the line, man.
We are. You can actually hear us this time. It's showed up. Yeah, I gotta be honest. I feel like a lot of the people who were saying it wasn't showing up later on in the crisis, not fully understanding how to use phones, not fully understanding how to use iTunes. This is my feeling. If you're one of those people and you feel differently, I don't know, you can get mad at me, but that's the overall vibe I'm getting.
We're back. We had a snafu, but we're good now.
A little snafu. We're good. We have another one going on right now. Both of us, we're on Skype, as we tend to be, and both of us have Skype telling us that it is unable to connect and has logged us out, and yet we are here speaking anyway. So this might be a very short episode. We'll see what happens.
We should do a 5-minute episode. Why not?
Like a little morsel.
You got to keep them. It's a very show business thing to keep them guessing, keep them wanting more. So
I find that, like, just put your podcast up. I would listen to what was it? How did this get made? And every week they would do, here's a prequel of next episode. I don't care. If it's not up, get at me when it's up, and I'll listen to it. It's fucking weird.
The beauty of the podcast of podcasts for me anyway is that I don't really I don't pay that much attention. So the few podcasts I listen to,
format,
and then all of a sudden it pops up, and I'm like, whoa, surprise!
Oh, look
awesome.
at that.
Great.
It's tantamount to going out of your way to watch the fucking next week on Quantum Leap, like 5-minute outros. Does anyone actually watch those? Next week on Game of Thrones? Fuck you! I don't care. I'll see it next week. I don't need to see it now. Like, if you need to hook me in doing a little 5-minute thing, chances are my content was not great to begin with. If I'm doing something good, I'm confident you'll return for more. Yeah.
I'm really glad you mentioned.
I'm sorry.
Andrew, you seem a little tense lately. Is everything okay?
I'm good. I'm feeling all right.
So you mentioned Quantum Leap, which is like a very old reference. I'm living in the. I've decided that I'm going to live in the now. I'm not going to make any
so you're
old references anymore.
You're done with old references. Wow, that's going to be difficult for me.
Completely done. No, because I think that we should start going after the millennial dollar. That's a big dollar.
That is true. They're so dumb and they spend so much money. It's great.
Yeah, it's great. I have to do a fall fundraising campaign for my job.
Cool.
And they're talking about, in a meeting, the millennial dollar and how millennials don't give as much, but they give more often. And I said, one of those is true.
Yeah, I was going to say, we can dissect that further.
I said that the
like.
best you're going to do is, get a $10 recurring payment, and they forget about it.
Maybe for 3 months, and then they're like, oh shit, I spent too much. I really need to just look at I need to make a budget. I just need to make a budget. How many fucking people have, since I started talking about money shit, have emailed me, I just need to make a budget. Motherfucker, you should make a budget.
Seriously.
Less talking about it, more making that budget. Only takes a little while.
Look, I give money fucking advice all the time now. I gave money advice yesterday. My upstairs neighbor came up to me and said, hey, I'm thinking about buying this building. And I said, that's a bad idea.
I mean, are they gonna live in it?
No, no. He's gonna plan. He plans on moving to New York City and having this as a rental property.
I mean, that's the only situation that I can maybe get with buying something for the explicit purpose of it being a rental property, and it has to be more than one unit. If you just buy a 2-family house and you rent out the downstairs, that'll just pay my mortgage. It might. I don't know. It just as often might not, and you're still your shit's all tied up and you can't make any big financial moves. So congratulations, you got boring security. Because unless if you're buying $100,000 house, let's say you're buying a 2-family in Albany, right. They're all run down. We'll say $100,000 just for ease of like math. Obviously it's going to be more than that. It's very likely if you're buying a 2-family house in Albany and not like something in the Bahamas or, somewhere nicer or whatnot, chances are that represents 80 to 99% of your total net worth. So you have no option to do anything because all of your purchasing power, for the most part, is tied up in this house that may be paying for itself. When you really even it out over a long enough timeline and you look at costs for renovation and also just like fucking keeping up with the Joneses costs and, like maybe I want this room to be taupe instead of purple because it was purple for some reason. And then you add up the opportunities of not being able to be mobile, not being able to, like, take up interesting opportunities as they come. You may not get them, but, I mean, again, we talked about this a couple episodes ago. Freedom is maximizing opportunity and minimizing, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Being locked down. I'm having trouble with words lately. I don't know what it is.
I'm no help. All right, if you knew my net worth, you'd feel bad for me. Well, actually, no. I'm all right. I'm doing all right. The our stock experiment has not gone well.
Give it time. You got to give this shit time. That's if you're looking at it every day,
Fucking
you're
thing.
having a problem.
I haven't. I just looked at it today. It lost like freaking 6 points.
Not a problem. Just come back and check it out in 6 years.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's leave it
If
alone.
there are
Fine.
computers in 6 years, I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. Just leave it alone. Let it happen. Let nature take its course. Just leave it alone.
Andrew, I have something pretty important to tell you, and I hope...
I feel like I read about this.
Now, if anybody didn't come here tonight to have a good time, please get the fuck out!
All right.
Yeah.
That's our man. We're trying so hard. I see... I can't even. I listened to Kiss on the way to work the other day. Tears are falling. Rocking.
Really good.
I'm really that guy.
I mean,
I've become like, I've always been like, kind of like, never copped to my office-dom until I had a job that mattered. And now I am like uber office guy.
That's pretty
Like,
sick.
yeah, I totally ran a meeting today. I found a bunch of people. I set up an interview. Got to interview somebody tomorrow.
Nice. Very good. What's your interview
Yeah.
tactic? What are you going to do? I like to walk in there. I just like to blitzkrieg them. I walk down. I just walk in. I sit down. Like, tell me why you're memorable, and they'll try and give me a resume. Like, I gotta read these. Just tell me about yourself. Go.
That's pretty much exactly what I'm doing. I'm interviewing my assistant.
Oh, very good. Oh, wow, this will be good. You should
Because
have a
I'm-
massive mood swing right in the middle of the interview and see how they handle it.
I really just wanted to be like, is she hot?
Awesome.
Will she, whatever. Whatever happens at work stays at work,
I'm not entirely certain that's the rule, but
Well-
you said it with enough confidence that I feel that you're knowledgeable.
Why dangle $22,000 a year in front of somebody?
Jesus Christ. Do you
No.
work at Kentucky Fried Chicken?
No, that's like net. That's net. No, it's a weird. I'm basically just gonna make sure that they're not going to, that they can. I mean, I was right there. I was an assistant a month ago, so I'm like right there. I'm like, look,
That must feel
I
fucking
know-
weird, doesn't it?
It feels super weird, and feels great. I feel like the golden ring is wrapped around. I have my hand wrapped around the golden ring.
You are Sonic the Hedgehog. You have
It's
you jumped into the big golden ring at the end of
I
the
just
stage.
leveled up. I just
Wow.
beat Guile, and now I'm going to fly off to the docks of Hong Kong. I beat Guile, the hardest person to beat in Street Fighter II, the standalone arcade version.
A lot of weird references being smashed together here right now. This is wild.
fucking
It's cool. I beat Guile and I became Altered Beast and I went to Hong Kong.
Yeah, but I fucking Ken all day. Fuck Ryu.
I never understood the appeal of Ryu. It's just like a less good Ken. Like, what is it? A fucking greater moral victory if you win with Ryu? Like, big deal.
Right, anybody can get a white gi, but a red gi, please.
alternately the blue. They started to get a little ridiculous. So he started to like show up with like green and all this fucking shit. And was like setting things on fire. You know, it became a lot.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you know. Once they started, you know, like once they started to introduce like the boxer and like the androgynous guy that would fly around and what, like it just.
Oh, the I like
enough.
Tiger.
It's enough.
Tiger.
Yeah, he was all right. He was good. He hung around for a minute.
But when he would say Tiger uppercut, you know what? Everybody thought he was really saying
What?
Tiger uppercut.
Wow. I would never.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Even in my most
okay.
impressionable years playing that game, have never been like, oh, Tiger uppercut. Oh, there you go. Wow.
Okay, Pope Andrew. Sorry, fucking the Prince of Piety here. No, I mean, you know,
Maybe I was a slow kid. I don't know.
I thought it was the funniest thing. He's like Tiger uppercut, Tiger uppercut. I was like, oh my! I was like rolling out. You gotta like roll me out. And this kid we graduated a couple years ahead of us. Dan Herzog ran the desk at Tilt, and he would fucking kick us out for no reason. That's what I remember. It's like, you guys playing? You're out.
Damn,
If we weren't,
Dan.
if I had coins in hand, but I was just deciding what game to play, he'd be like, "You gonna play something? Okay, I'm watching you." He thought we were assholes, and we used to make fun of him, and that's why he was a dick to us.
I have such a fucking thing with arcades. I want them so badly to exist because arcades were the coolest fucking thing on planet Earth.
You got a couple bucks,
So
and you're
cool.
good.
It was just fucking great. And then I saw what happened to arcades and the decline of the arcade era. You know, it got real chintzy and dumb, and it became Dave & Buster's, effectively. But goddamn, arcades were so cool. If you show me a movie where there's a scene that takes place in an old-ass arcade, I get happy as hell. So nice.
Well,
I just heard you blank out on Skype.
no,
which is going to be...
No, it's cool. I was just listening to my next door neighbor yell and hit his dog.
Dude, I can't, like, I saw your thing that you're moving. I can't wait for you to move away from this dog.
God.
Like, I know it'll be, instead of a dog, it'll be two people yelling about their shift at the fucking drywall plant in the background instead where
No.
you're moving, but, you know.
I have an announcement to make that Andrew just made.
Might have just made it, man.
It's
Sorry.
totally fine. My days of living in a punk house after way too many years are over. I'm moving to a love nest with Young Bucks, where we will aspire to be as cool and as in love as Andrew and Gabri. We
And
can
now
try.
I take this shit apart. Now I start to figure out, you really think it's a little early to move in, don't you think? Don't you think maybe, like, you barely know this woman?
I mean, we've been dating, we've been going strong since May.
I just think it's funny that you're moving in. I don't even have an answer for that.
What?
I just like to say I just think it's funny that because generally at that point whoever's listening checks out immediately. It's like a cue to start to think about whatever TV you'd like to be watching.
Thought has crossed my mind, but hey, I think she's awesome.
You got a whole golden ring thing going on right now. I'd say I want you to embrace your inner Sonic the Hedgehog. That's who I want you to be. I want you to go fast.
I'm going very fast, and there's nothing in my way right now.
Sick.
Nothing
Very
in my
sick.
way, but ascending to the heights. Did I think that I was going to get into nonprofit fundraising? Probably not. But here I am, and I'm good at it.
I think this is sick. Is this closer or further away than where you are now to your job?
About same distance, same drive, easier drive. I've made the drive when I've stayed over at Young Box's house and then gone to work, which is very sweet.
It sounds sweet. Sounds very
was
touching.
Sweet. Yeah, it was a little sweet. And it was a much easier drive. And, it's totally cool. And I listen to whatever. And I can just do whatever I want to do.
Such a mundane story. I know I listen to whatever. Like, I feel like I'm online at a grocery store and I just can't. Like, the guy in front of me just won't stop.
I'm sorry. It's fine. The good thing about driving is you can listen to whatever, and if you're in the car by yourself, you can pretty much, just do whatever, go wherever you want.
I had such a sick experience today.
Tell me.
I went to my spot, my normal lunch spot. I got the same thing I always get.
What is that?
Carne bowl, beans, no
Chipotle.
rice. That's it. No, it's a place called Calexico.
So mom and
The-
pop Chipotle.
Mom and pop Chipotle, yeah. Thing comes back. It's $11.98. I always leave $3 tip, so it becomes $14.98.
Beautiful.
And then I paid. I sat there for like a half a second. I'm like, you know what? I gotta go piss. Went into the bathroom, pissed, came out. Woman's like, carne bowl, no rice. Here you go. I'm like, damn, that was fucking fantastic. It was amazing. It was so perfectly orchestrated.
Okay. How do you feel?
I'm going to do it every day now. It was such a perfect part of my routine. I'm going to purposefully not piss all morning so I can go to Calexico, get my bowl, order, piss, come out, get my food, and bounce. It was so nice.
I fucking love that.
Yeah,
I
I
love my routine.
feel like this story had more punch in my brain, but I was just so happy. I just had to share it.
No, oh my god. I'm in the plus $10 lunch club now.
That's real
I'm
nice.
making money. Fuck it. Nothing feels better. I don't care what anybody says. Nothing feels better than spending a lot of money on lunch because
I
you
agree.
can. You
I also
can.
even it out by fasting like most of the week, so it's still like it's pretty chill. I
It's
think
just-
if you even it out, I'm at like the $6 lunch club.
It's great. And I can do what again, you can do what might be the next 2017 might be the year of saying you can do whatever you want.
I agree.
Might be.
I feel fucking weird though. Like, I'll go and I'll do this, and then I'll come back, and the people who work for me are like, "Damn, you got lunch out again, huh?" And I'm like, "Yeah, this isn't weird to
mind
me.
your own business. You're
but it-
fucking fired.
Is weird. It just occurs to me that I'm not paying these guys nearly enough.
So
It's a drag. I mean, I've very little.
how do I
ability to change that.
how do I negotiate a payroll fucking pay negotiation?
Are you
how do
gotta
I-
get you gotta get a fucking raise already?
Not me, the person I have to interview tomorrow. Well, the
Oh.
number is very low.
Well, if they when you ask what they're currently making, and they answer, you've already won the first force of wills. If I go into an interview and somebody asks, "Well, what are you currently making?" You would have to fucking point a gun at my head to get me to actually tell you any answer. I refuse to give a number of any capacity. I will not define the sport we are playing. Yeah, like that is it's just not going to happen. So if you get this person to say a number, well then shit, you're already halfway there. And the other interesting thing is, if you talk to someone and they're looking for an assistant job, you're like, all right, well, what do you currently make now? And they're like, generally, I make when all said and done, I'm at $26 an hour. This person's a fucking liar. You don't need to hire. So there you go. That's easy enough. Like you just clearly caught them in an insane lie. If they say, well, I make about $7.50 an hour. You also can't hire this person because they got some glass ceiling thing happening. It's not it's not gonna work. Just get a number out of them.
I'm gonna try. I'm
Force
not
of
gonna,
will. Impose your will on this person.
I guess. I mean, this is I looked her up on LinkedIn. Seems like a real go-getter.
That's pretty
Probably
sick.
Pretty annoying. But it's better than having like a barb come in.
That is true. Yeah, I actually really like top A people, type A people.
Top A. I like top of people.
I like top of people. I just like tapas.
The deal sealer is when we go to tapas after the interview.
Yeah, exactly. No, I really like type A people working for me. It's fucking awesome. Because they do all the work, but I can be as unreasonable in dictating things for you to do as you allow me to be. So if you are compulsive in getting things done, I will meet you on that battlefield and be compulsive in giving you things to do. So
fucking love it.
It's nice. It's really good.
I fucking love it. Because please do all because they're doing the work not because they love where they're working. They're doing the work because they'll be racked with anxiety if they don't.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my
And
favorite shit.
I'm not trying to make people anxious, but it's just like, yeah, if you got the bandwidth, I got more shit to do. Sure, you got it. And like, if you need to take a break, say this is too much, fuck off. I'm taking a break, and I'll accept that answer just as readily as I'll take care of it. It's perfectly fine. Working for me is very interesting. I did just get my my employees. Everyone has to fill out like I feel valued by the Chalk Factory, like one of those things. Killed the company average. I'm spiking footballs over there. I'm destroying it. My people
Fucking
love
great.
me. My people
love you.
love me. I have the best people. You won't believe. You
Well,
will
you
not
know-
believe how good these people. It'll blow your mind how good these people are. How much they love me.
Is that your Donald Trump?
That's my Donald Trump. Yeah.
You know, I'm not even gonna do it. I can't. How should I try?
No, it's okay. It's okay. We've gotten more than enough impressions from you over the years.
Oh, so should I stop?
Should we take an audience poll?
We should have taken an audience poll. Should I stop doing my impressions?
Somebody,
My-
hang on one second. Let me open the questions. We'll pepper these in a little bit. I got a real weird one. Where is it? Shit. Oh, there we go. All right. Hey guys, love your stuff. You're on a roll. One small criticism though. Every couple of episodes, Hansman will talk with this heavy, breathy voice, and that gets really obnoxious. So Hans, stop talking with that voice.
It's just my voice.
What are you talking about?
What? That's been my voice since episode 1.
I think there were, and you haven't done it in a while, like a long time. There were points where you would podcast laying down, which was
Yeah.
frustrating beyond belief to listen to, because you were
'cause
like
that-
drowsy and like looking down at the microphone. You could like
You know what?
hear your breath. It was wild.
Just look back at all of the fucking how far I've come. Like I had that little mic and I put it on my chest and I was laying in that room that I paid rent for sometimes in my friend's house. Not even really my friend. He just sort of took pity on me. And I would lay down with the laptop on my chest and the fucking mic clipped to the top of the screen. And I'd be like surfing the web and like talking. And,
Yeah.
like, meanwhile, you're in like Howard Stern studio land, and like trying to get everything sounding perfectly.
You know what's fucked up? This is a great window into my mental illness. We got you that sick mic. You got like the good setup. You're like really ready to rock and roll.
Yep.
I'm already in my mind building you a better setup.
I love it. I love it. My new digs. I have my own room.
Oh hell yeah! I mean, it's weird that you're the age you are saying like I got
No.
my own room, but
No,
that
no,
is
no.
sick.
No, Young Bucks and I have our love room, our love bed. But then I have my own like other room.
Oh,
office.
are you displacing a roommate? Are you going to be the roommate?
No, she makes good money. She lives on her own.
Wow,
she has
very
like
nice.
she has like a 3-bedroom and she just lives in one room.
Hell
so
yeah.
like so I'm gonna have a whole room to myself and the reverb is good in it. It's the
Oh,
next the not maybe not next episode but the episode after that is gonna sound great.
We're gonna turn that shit into Studio A.
Yeah, that's Studio A at 2 OND Plaza.
Jesus. I also, as I'm looking at this here, somebody wrote in to make fun of my fractions and decimals, talking about running, which I realized as I opened my mouth. I'm like, what I just said does not, like, in any way correlate to reality of math. But
This person is
listen,
such a
questioner, man. You gotta understand that sometimes things come out of your mouth and you just have to go for it.
right.
Take a look at national discourse, and you'll understand. But yeah, no, I'm being rightfully shamed for saying something very dumb. So
It's totally
you got
fine.
me. You got me. I said a dumb thing. I own up to it.
Totally fine.
Just saying. Just saying.
Andrew, it is really okay. I think that I would rather be wrong every time than be a pedant.
All right, fair enough. It's
And
pretty decent.
this person took probably 10 minutes to write this.
Maybe they're a math major though. Maybe that was just a thing that really fucking pushes their buttons.
Yeah, but I hate I'm right, dude. Hate him. Well,
I'm gonna play
actually-
devil's advocate on this. Let's have two different conversations.
Point counterpoint.
One, I'm gonna play devil's advocate on this as the person who is always right. It's frustrating as fuck to have to not tell people you're right sometimes. Just saying.
Oh, really?
I'm
You're the one. You're the one who was always right.
Just giving you the perspective of the person who is consistently right in many things.
Sure.
It's tough to not.
In their mind, they're right.
Not in objective reality. I am right in most things. Or I'm delusional. I don't know. You take your pick.
I think right is a fluid notion.
You're probably correct in that.
Thank you.
Other conversation I want to have.
Okay. Yes,
I saw it 3 different times today. Are people actually afraid of the idea of being devil's advocate?
Yeah, totally.
Yo, fuck you! You should fucking drown yourself. Are you out of your goddamn mind? Holy
Great
shit!
nations-
I saw 3 different people in 3 totally fucking disparate situations. Not like one person who's just like, oh, devil's advocate. Like, it was like...
Devil's advocate is a big inroad to mansplaining, though. Like, let me just play devil's advocate here for a minute.
The concept of taking your argument and looking for holes to better bolster or change your position for a more logical one is not a bridge to mansplaining. It's a thing you do to critically think, you fucking dunces. Yeah,
why critically think?
I don't know. I mean, why maybe we should all just fucking join a cult at that point? Like, I don't know what to do. Like, that really, it bothered me. It like rattled me.
I saw you had a little bit of a Twitter tirade today.
How
That's why
could
I
you?
was
You know
wondering
what?
about
You
my
know what's
neck.
really funny? I went on my tirade, and then 3 different people were like, "Yo, at me next time."
Exactly.
If you are afraid in any capacity of anybody ever devil's advocating you for any reason, you are a fucking coward. Don't be a coward. Why would you be a coward when you can decide not to be? It's fucking nuts.
I am giving you namaste hands right now. I'm
Thank
saying
you.
thank
Weirdly, I was doing that a second ago.
Thank you. Thank you.
Really bothered me. Really, like I felt like I was in an alternate reality.
Discourse is dying.
Very much, yeah. It's really wild.
Like, Andrew, I've known you for a long time, best friends, Lojo. I can disagree with you,
For sure.
and it's totally
Absolutely.
cool. It's fine.
You know what? You'll disagree with me, and we'll fucking hash it out, and both walk away better for it, and
Or bitter
with
for it.
ego, or bitter for it. Maybe, I don't know.
I might start harboring. I've never harbored an ounce of resentment toward you,
You know what?
but we still have a lot of time.
That is true. We have plenty of time. We're gonna live to very old age,
Yeah. Well, you're gonna be riddled with Alzheimer's,
for sure.
apparently,
For
and
sure.
sugar-induced Alzheimer's, and I'm just gonna be like, you're gonna keep calling me Sean. And be like, I'm not Sean Duty. Oh, remember Sean? Yeah. God damn it.
I do. Before he was president, I remember him.
Feeding you pudding and crumbly cornbread.
You know what, though? You lived with me on my couch all through your late 40s and early 50s, so this is just comeuppance. It's just
That's totally true.
how it goes.
Here's the trajectory. I'm going to move in with Young Bucks. By spring, I'm going to fucking blow it. And I don't know how, but I'm just a...
Time will
I'm
tell.
a
We'll figure it out.
I'm a blower. I blew it. I'm going to blow it. I don't know how. I might just walk home one day and she'll be over it. I don't know. But I have to take the leap. What, am I going to live here forever?
That's true. You got to move forward. Forward's always the way.
Forward is always the way. Who dares wins. I just wanted to take a quick side note. There was a challenge on the Overnight Drive Friend Zone today to make a new Overnight Drive theme. Our man Peter has had his time. His royalties are rolling in, but
Oh, shit.
we have to. I think we may have to find. I'm putting out the signal to anybody who wants to try and write. Nothing too fancy. Like a 30-second intro.
This is fascinating because people hating on our intro right now has crystallized me into doing it forever.
Forever.
Like, it's one of those things where once you tell me to do something, you'll never get that thing. It's fucking like, I'll turn it into the fucking Western Front if I have to. Like, it's like, you're not going to get
Western
the thing you
Front,
want
oh.
if you demand something of me.
Western Front was a
So,
depressing place.
Yeah, for real.
You know what they used to do in the trenches to keep from getting trench foot is they used to pile the bodies and put planks on top of them.
That's
And
wonderful.
they would walk on the bodies, and it was so cold and weird out that bodies wouldn't rot until like springtime.
I do remember reading or hearing somewhere that, like, when you were new and you would fucking get off your ship or whatnot, you would smell the Western Front well before you ever marched to it, which was like just fucking
these
straight
200
horror.
Like 250,000 men
Oh yeah,
died on just the Allied side.
yeah, it's pretty wild.
And no, that was like the Germans. How? I mean, where do they all go? Like you see, like an entire University of Michigan football game dies. Like 120,000 people.
Yeah, where do you put them? I don't know.
Where do you put them? First of all, now far be it from me to, fucking be a revisionist history guy. But you should probably. I mean, they think they'd burn the bodies or something. Like, wouldn't it be horrific if suddenly you're trying to invade the trenches and you just see burning bodies everywhere of their own people? Like, holy fuck, these guys
Damn.
are hardcore. They're burning their own men, and some of them are still alive. Like, they'll burn the dead guys, but they'll also find people they don't like.
And just throw them in there.
Like, there's Murray, who fucking I fell asleep and he ate my chocolate. Burn him. It's like, reminds me of when I went to summer camp. Or I worked at summer camp, and I ate this ex-military dude's cheese balls.
Oh Jesus!
Like, I ate the whole thing because even back then I was a total fat ass. And he was like, threw the fucking thing at the TV and said, "Who the fuck ate my cheese balls?" And everyone was silent. And
Total
it was obvious.
silence.
It was obvi me. I had cheese
You got
dust.
cheese all over your face.
Yeah, it was. They were like big thing of Wise cheese balls, like the plastic fucking thing.
Oh wow, damn.
And I pounded it. He left and came back, and they were gone. What are you gonna do? Survival of the fittest, or
We're
in this
camp.
case, the not fittest at all.
You gotta fucking. We're in the middle of the woods. You gotta make do.
Survival of the fattest. I should have said.
Ah, Jesus.
So
How did we
Andrew,
get here?
I don't know. I'm just. Oh, we're talking about me moving.
Oh yeah. All right.
I'm
that's
lamenting my last few weeks on Lark Street because this is a very social area.
right. That is true.
Like, imagine the cool, like, whatever city you live in. Imagine the cool street. Like, New York, St. Mark's. And, like, I can't think of any other cool streets, so. Or, like, Seattle's, like, Capitol Hill or whatever. Or, San Francisco's, like, Haight-Ashbury. Haight Street?
I don't know what's cool. The San Francisco people are going to tell us. I don't know what the fuck is good
Yeah.
there.
We'll have to talk to Steven, our longtime listener, Steven, and ask him, what's the cool street in San Francisco? I think it's Haight-Ashbury, because that's where the Grateful Dead grew up. And when they were old enough to walk, they learned how to play guitar and became famous. That's my story. That's how my story of how... I want to do a podcast of, like, 30-second stories of how bands became famous.
It's pretty
Like
interesting.
my sub-podcast, where it's like, the Grateful Dead were all children together.
I'm going to forget this to ask you this. This is something I meant to ask you last week and I forgot, but this is also going to veer off from the main narrative of you feeling like you're unhappy or like you want to take it all in for Lark Street. So I want to put a pin in that for 1 second and ask you a question because it hit me last week. What is the most blatant, like, is blatant even the right word? Yeah, what is the most blatant cash grab you've ever seen a band do?
Oof.
because I was thinking, I don't know, was it sometime last week? Are you familiar with Total Chaos?
Yes.
So Total Chaos, for anyone who doesn't know, was a kind of, I would call them maybe proto-crusty band.
Yeah.
Like
In
they
the
were a little
periphery.
heavier. They were on Epitaph, but they were a little heavier, a little faster, and whatever.
They took that $20,000 contract and ran with it.
Yeah,
on
exactly.
Epitaph.
And it was of everything that was on Epitaph. It was like heads and tails better, but like it was still
Whoa.
like I went back and I played it. It was fucking awful.
Wizzo was really good. Fucking Siren Becoming Wheels, great.
So
Great East Bay record.
they cut to like Heavy Moron Records, and then like Rancid happens, and all that shit happens, and all of a sudden, like dudes who didn't have a pot to piss in were getting famous, and then these guys came out with the number one crowned king on high, most ridiculously poorly thought out cash grab oi record I've
wow.
ever experienced. Like it was the most phoned in experience. It was so fucking wild. I honestly urge everyone, if you're not familiar with these guys, to go and force yourself to listen to the first, second, and I think third Total Chaos records, and the third one I think is the like Struggles from the Streets or whatever. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing to anyone within earshot. It was fucking rough, and that made me think: what is the biggest fucking cash grab you've ever seen?
We've seen a lot of cash grabs.
No, it's tough. It put me down like a weird hole. I started thinking about like Bob Nana and like it was
Yeah. Well, that whole, I mean, when Braid got back together, it didn't seem so that cash grabby. But when fucking Hey Mercedes got back together, because Hey Mercedes didn't have that many fans to begin with. And then they got back together like, we're back. And even had like that low-key, blurry photo Facebook announcement. Like, hey, we're back. We're back. That's how bands do it. They're like a picture of like a drum with a guitar leaning on it. And, oh, they're all in the same room. Imagine the possibilities.
What do you think's gonna happen? Either you're gonna talk about shit that happened in Omaha fucking
We're about
9 years ago.
We're about to do that in a couple weeks. So
That is very
up.
true.
Buckle up.
You
They're
know, I'm dragging you all over the place tonight. I apologize. I
please
love
drag me.
fucking Thursday Night Football on Twitter. It's so good. I'm watching it right now on my phone as we're doing this. Doing it on my TV and being able to watch the game and then swipe right and fucking have like people talking shit about the game on my screen. It's fucking wonderful. It's really good. Bad game. Like it's fucking Cardinals 49ers. Like I hope this becomes
Cardinals,
fucking
it's like-
Black Sunday and then fucking they set a bomb off. But
First of
like,
all, yeah, I was just gonna say Cardinals Niners. It's like imagine the two not only most annoying but worst. There's a big difference. Most annoying and worst people you know.
Yeah.
Fighting for an hour, 2 hours.
it's also like, I mean,
Awful.
let's cut between these two. You're serious? Like the Cardinals could fucking walk this in backwards. It's like it's gonna
Who's
be a
winning?
joke. It's 0-0 right now.
Yeah, see? 0-0 because that
0-0.
team is full of fucking zeros. Full of goose eggs. Zeros. They're all fucking criminals.
I think Palmer's on fucking concussion detail though.
I thought you were going to say Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Kentucky. I think Palmer's on Kentucky Fried Chicken.
That with Carson Palmer, oh my God. I mean, we all know how hurt he is, and he's such a hero for showing up to the game tonight, but he's making a lot of people scratch their heads because he's eating a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken on the sideline. People, I think he might still be concussed. His wife
He
comes up.
doesn't seem to even know we're all here.
Yeah, he's just sitting there, and he keeps telling. Every time the crowd cheers, he keeps telling his wife to turn the television down. Very
Reportedly, he told Bruce Arians the same story 4 times tonight.
Yeah, he's like, "Hey, Bruce, I was driving my car, and you know, it's a great thing about being in your car is you can do whatever you want." And he's like, "Carson, you already told me that boring story once before. Oh, my ticker's not like it used to be. My ticker."
This is
I think I got my eggs
very
scrambled
dark.
last game.
I got my bell rung. No,
got my
dude,
bell-
your brain moved in your skull. Is that the same thing?
What other old-timey NFL cliche is going to be? I got my eggs scrambled in the last game. I got my bell rung. What else?
It was good. I got my bell rung, and then Romanowski went in the parking lot and started deadlift cars because he couldn't find his way home.
Bill
so he just got mad at the
Romanowski-
cars.
All you young bucks and buckheads out there have to look up Bill Romanowski because he was our spirit animal when we were
He
playing.
really was. Damn.
This motherfucker, this is the kind of dude. He kicked a football into Larry Center's crotch. Larry Center's a fullback for the Arizona Cardinals at the time. He kicked the football into his crotch. Not only that, but his own team, he would exact retribution when he was playing for the Raiders. Somebody took his food out of the microwave.
This is my fucking favorite Bill Romanowski story right here. It's like every
Somebody-
time it gets me.
He was cooking he was warming up a meatball sub in the microwave, and it ended. And so someone's like, "Well, I need to use it now." So they take his food out and they put their food in the microwave. And he goes over and he's like, "Who the fuck took my food out?" It's like at the laundromat when somebody takes your clothes out and uses the dryer, and everybody was quiet. So he picks up the fucking microwave and slams it on the ground, and it bursts into flames. That actually happened at the Raiders facility.
Doesn't he scream, "Now nobody has food" or something?
Now
like
he's
that?
like, now
Yeah.
no one has food. Exactly.
Unreal.
Now no one can use it. Amazing. And he was fined, and they docked the price of a new
good.
microwave from his pay, but I guess that's well worth it. He talked a lot about investing in CDs in his book.
Jesus Christ.
Which is
that
like
book must read like a fucking coloring book.
It really does. It's like investing in CDs is like not great financial advice.
Wasn't it fucking... I think it probably made sense at the time. Like, if you did a CD ladder in, like, the fucking early 90s, you probably did all right.
I think that's what he did. Yeah.
Was it Kerry Collins? I know he broke Kerry Collins' jaw, but weren't they supposed to do, like, an event together?
Man.
And he called him and threatened him, and Kerry Collins just never showed up to the event?
Gary Collins. Yeah. Well, they were going to do an event together to raise awareness and money for whatever, right? So him and Bill Romanowski hadn't talked since the day Bill Romanowski broke his jaw.
Dirtiest hit.
yeah.
Dirtiest. It may as well have hit him with a brick.
Oh, it's you can look it up on YouTube, Romanowski versus Kerry Collins. It's one of the dirtiest helmet first plays that was allowed. They didn't even get a flag for it. It was just football back then, even in the 90s. And so, but the best story is that they're in a charity function. It's I think it's in like San Francisco or whatever. And so Kerry Collins calls Bill Romanowski to like smooth everything out. Hey man, we should grab a bite, talk about, being NFL players together. And Bill Romanowski just says, "Fuck you," and hangs up the phone. and says, if he shows up to that event, there's going to be trouble. And Kerry Collins, like a puss, bailed. Kerry Collins, famous for getting signed by Carolina Panthers. And the same day he gets signed, he goes out to celebrate with his wide receivers and calls Musid Muhammad the N-word in a drunken stupor.
Jesus.
It's setting the tone for the season where everybody was not thrilled with him.
God damn.
Kerry Collins, a true American hero.
Yeah, maybe that jaw should have stayed fucking wired shut. So all right, so we went off the reservation here, but let's get back. So you're moving off of Lark Street.
Moving over luxury. One thing I'm going to miss
yeah.
is that we are in the midst of settle for season, handcuffing season. You see a lot of, because this is a town where people just can't be alone.
Nah, for sure.
And you see a lot of people together who, after 2 OkCupid dates, they're like, we should just lay under a blanket all winter. And they have nothing in common. But it's handcuffing season. It's getting cold out, and women hate being cold and alone. So they'll pick up any fucking dude. That's the whole basis. See, handcuffing season, you see the memes about it, you see people talk about it, but that's pretty much what it is. It's like, oh, I just need somebody to snuggle with. But the
You want that
dude,
front row seat.
yeah, the dude wants to slam 24/7. because he's a dude. He's a young dude. But I see a lot of like guys who look like a short and round Zach Galifianakis with no charisma, with like some like okay looking state worker women, and I'm like, oh, it's handcuffing season.
I find this frustrating because I want to. Either we have to have an audience of people who know everyone we know, or I just have to come to terms with being a kind of a bad person and asking you the question. Let's start a like a poll. You know, like you do like a what is it, like a fucking death pool every year.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I won.
Who
Was it
died?
last year or the year before? We'll talk about it offline.
Great. Can't wait.
Yeah, of like naming name, like who among us is gonna have the fucking darkest handcuffing season. I think we both know who, but it's still. I want
so many options. I don't know what to think.
The abusive parts of me wants to just spit it out, but you know it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, the handcuffing season, it doesn't count if you're by yourself.
No.
So, no, I think we know who we're talking about, but we'll talk about it offline. And yeah, but it's so funny, and these dates, people are on cute dates, and it's like, wow. Like, to spend a winter alone must be, like, the worst. I've done it every single winter, almost, except for, like, 2009, 2010. Winter has always been a cold season for me, so I'm looking forward to moving into the love nest and having cats and a beautiful woman at my beck and call for grapes
Wow, grapes.
and skin girl, make her skin the grapes. Feed me grapes.
Damn.
Get that cat
Tells
in
me you're
here.
not moving in there. Like right now, she's like packing your shit up. This
I
fucking
haven't even
asshole.
started
Studio A,
packing.
my ass.
Yeah, so Studio A is going to be great. I'm going to put an A on the door. It's awesome. It's a great place. It's a perfect size room for what I need to do. Podcasting wise, you're going to see our trajectory just boom.
That's
It's
going to
gonna
be
be-
it. That's what's going to change the whole game.
It's going to be an audio boom.
I think. All right, here's the deal. I'm going to price out your new podcasting equipment. What it's going to cost. I'm going to have Gabby create a limited edition fucking overnight drive shirt.
Boom.
We're going to put it up. You guys can fund it if you feel like it. Don't. Well, it's kind of whatever. And then that's how we're going to get you your shit. So we're going to get you the fucking Howard Stern setup.
I fucking love it. We already sold a bunch of those weird shirts I made in the Manic Haze.
Is that
the other
right?
night.
So I was just saying, like, I woke up one day and all of a sudden we had a shirt, and I'm like, fuck. Okay.
It was me photoshopped 20 minutes on Adderall, and I was like, oh, this looks good. Let's do it. And it's like, whatever. But we have the power, and they're selling. If you want to go on Teespring, look at the Overnight Drive site. It's widely advertised. Limited edition Reach for the Golden Ring shirts with the Reach for the Golden Ring Blue Angels crest, which is
Is that what that is?
It's the exact ripoff of the Blue Angels crest. Only it's hands reaching for a golden ring instead of an angel. It's fucking awesome.
Fascinating.
Yeah, I bought you one, buddy,
Oh, thank you.
because I know
Appreciate
you
it.
wear. I know you wear t-shirts all the time.
Yeah, t-shirt double XL.
I ordered a double XL. My fucking belly's getting so big.
I wore XL shirts for so long. It was such a fucking weird choice. So it was very much a 90s choice. I would wear XL shirts and like cut the sleeves off and like cut them down the side. It was,
I
it was so-
remember that.
I was so punk. I was so fucking punk. It was ridiculous.
For all the ball busting and fucking shit talking I do, I have like a rotation of 3 band shirts that are like 15 years old right now. That's it. It's like a no trend shirt. One of my favorite DC punk bands. Like a New Order shirt.
Excellent.
Excellent. I mean, New Order's great. And some other shirt. That's it. And then a flannel. Dressing the same forever.
That's true. You've always had the same rig up.
We have a real resource in Gabri though. She's high fashion.
That's true. She's no fucking around. She's
I
ready
think-
to rock and roll.
I think a great idea for a she's pretty rock and roll. I think a good idea for another video, a la the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Challenge, is for her to give me a makeover.
Okay.
My dime. Taking
That
a
might be more of like she might have to bring the entire fucking like girl squad into.
Well, first
in
of
for that
all,
one.
I don't think that it'd be kind of hard to find clothes that fit me.
I don't know what to do with this right now. It's making me uncomfortable beyond my.
Really, this is
Wildest
making you.
dreams.
Of all of the things I've talked about, fucking dogs. I've talked about licking assholes. And
Something
this makes
about you getting a
uncomfortable.
makeover really fucking
Wow,
rattles me.
trigger warning, makeover.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, that's it. I've been triggered. This is what it feels like.
My
God damn it, Twitter fucking froze on me.
Well, it's better. I mean, I'm glad you can fucking maybe now you can pay attention to what we're doing here.
Do you want to do some questions?
I'd love to.
All right, let's do it. We
Oh,
got a
you know
couple.
what? Before, and I'll do questions, and then I have the ever popular, back by popular demand. I'm going to do a third straight week of misconnections.
Somebody already asked a question asking for you to do that, so
Yeah.
that's sick. Somebody asked me what the best part of my story last week that I was going to tell before you got derailed. I have no idea, no clue. It's gone.
Yeah,
It's lost to
a couple
history.
people
Just let
said
it
that
happen.
a couple people said you were on like a hot streak, and I stepped on it. I think it's when I
don't know
played.
when.
I think it was when I played Love Gun and made fun of you for eventually getting Alzheimer's.
That's possible.
That's our dynamic, guys. That's our dynamic. There's no interrupting here.
You know,
It's not
me
like
having Alzheimer's is going to be real funny till it's not. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah. And then I have to do a GoFundMe to help Andrew, who's just, a picture of him sitting on the deck of an Adirondack home, like in a tuberculosis blanket, wrapped in a tuberculosis blanket.
He's been wandering around the parking lot of New Music looking for the Drop Dead show for months. He just, we don't know what to do with him. He just keeps asking for Drop Dead. And Drop Dead, is weirdly, still playing.
I know. We saw them in the parking lot where everybody had to pull their cars around and turn the headlights on so people could see. What a show. Wow. Fucking assholes just don't get it, man. Degeneracy, new Degeneracy album out on Heavy Moron Records.
Somebody's asking me why I'm letting you move to one of maybe 20 cities in the eastern seaboard that are worse than Albany. Where is that, I wonder?
Bite balls. Troy rules.
Oh, I see what's happening.
I'm moving to Troy.
You know what?
Troy is cute.
I think were you moving from a reasonable place to Troy, I'd be clowning you ridiculously hard. I'd consider this to be a lateral move. It's kind of whatever. It's fine.
Look, Troy has always had better food, cooler people, more going on, closer to Red Robin.
It's closer to Red Robin? Well, fuck, shit, I didn't realize that.
Oh fuck! Well, that changes fucking everything.
everything.
Yeah, close to TJ Maxx, very close.
I mean, there is better food, but we went to that PEX arcade spot.
Not great.
I thought the food was good, but there was like a fucking DJ just spinning the whole time. Like fuck you, and also the woman upstairs could not make a drink to fucking. I could have I don't know what I could have done to compel her to make a drink properly or quickly. That it was like.
The funny thing about
upsetting.
Troy is it's like Brooklyn Light. For 2 blocks, it's Brooklyn
For 2
Light
blocks,
because
that's it. And then it just becomes like maybe Brooklyn Light, but if we're talking about like the parts of Brooklyn that are not cute, that are not
it's like
fun.
No, like you go from like new, like maybe like late 90s, early 2000s Williamsburg, where people like all of a sudden discovered fennel or whatever. And then you go to like Welcome Back Kotter, Brooklyn, like 1977, with like a bombed out building. Shit like that.
Like
real quick.
most of Troy, part of Troy is like Williamsburg, and then most of Troy is like Williamsburg in the 80s.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the Warriors during the day.
Exactly.
Pretty much what it is. And I mean, it's still Troy. It's cool, whatever. It's an uneasy piece.
Still a city where they have microphones set up just to hear gunshots.
They do. They have that weird pioneer program that somebody conned them into. That's why it's funny because on July 4th, that's why all the cops were flying all over the place because they were also
it was
recognizing the microphones were recognizing gunshots, and the only way to go and reset it is if you go into the vicinity of that gunshot, which is just a firecracker.
Jesus. Somebody's asking if you're okay because they're worried when they see you buying plane tickets. I feel that, but I didn't know you bought plane tickets.
I didn't. No, I just Youngbox and I went to a place called the Lucky Strike, which is like a more less of a restaurant, more of a lifestyle. It's the bowling place in the mall with the bowling alley. And when you and Gab visit, we're going there.
We'll be there soon, next weekend.
That's fucking great. We're gonna be there. We're doing it. I can't wait. This place is awesome. It's right on time. And they have a sports bar, but then also like a restaurant area that's like, I really want to, it's like third date. I really want to take you somewhere special. And then in the back, they have cover bands playing all night long and an arcade.
I mean, the arcade's cool.
Dude, it is. They have a library, a lending library in the back where you can just take a book.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
all of the most annoying elements of things that people in like Seattle and Minneapolis like long since forgot about. All in one place, conveniently shoved into one area, one huge area. It's fucking awesome. And you can get this thing called the Beer Tower. For $32, you can get a beer tower, which is essentially 2 pitchers of beer. And it's big frosted tower with a tap on it.
Cool.
It was so cool.
This sounds monumentally unhealthy. This place.
I'm saving up to bring all you guys out. It's gonna be
All right.
fucking great. We're gonna. But the thing is, if you drink that much beer in the mall, you get mall drunk, which is one of the worst feelings in the world, unless you're going to the movies right afterward. Because you just have to walk around mall drunk.
Like mall drunk has never done it for me. I never understood after I left, people started going in the mall specifically to drink, which just it has never resonated with me.
I go to mall. When I get mall drunk, I start like rationalizing like Old Navy jeans and shit like. I could try them. I'm gonna buy a pair. Like last time I got mall drunk, I wanted to buy a pair of Jordans. Just put it on the credit card. Jordans.
That's a nope.
$189. I was this close. They had the Earl Thomas Jordans. I was like, oh my god.
It's just like shit. You're gonna have a hole in them in 2 weeks and throw them away. It's like just don't do that. It's like buying a house. Don't do it.
The way I play when I play basketball, I'm very fleet of foot. When I go down to the rec center and play basketball, it's like I'm
Play
floating.
pickup games on the street.
Yeah, I'm the dude who just walks off the street, parks his car on the grass, takes his shirt off, and like, oh, I got next to play you for the court. I got next.
I got a heavy one for you. You ready?
I'm always ready for a heavy one.
All right. So I haven't had any friends. We got to talk about a different heavy thing. So I haven't had any friends in a little over a year. I don't feel lonely, and I generally dislike the people I meet, so I have no desire to be friends with them. I am generally depressed, but with the state of the world, not my social life. My partner and family say it's unhealthy for me to have no friends, but I think it's fine, as it does not affect me very much at all. Is my family and partner just not getting it, or am I so disassociated I don't realize it's affecting me?
Both.
Oh, shit. I think I'd say it's very likely one or the other. I am perfectly good flying solo for the majority. I'd say almost every single person I'm close to in this life, besides Gab, and that's probably about it, lives a triple-digit amount of miles away from me. It's just how it is. It's fine. Like I know people, but it's like I'm chill.
I'm
I'm
gonna
chill
be living on
being
that
like alone for a long
I'm gonna
minute.
be living on that couch soon. I'm living in the
no.
basement, the basement apartment with the sliding door.
Cool.
It's gonna be me. Hey guys, oh god, really rough week at work, a really rough month. Just what? I bought a notebook. I went on my way home. I bought a notebook. We're just gonna write down what I owe, and I'm just
Right.
gonna chip away at it. If that's cool. I mean, we have a record. You can hold me accountable for each month that I let the rent go. But I'm just letting you know, it might be a while before I find straight work. Because I'm working on my album, and I got that job sweeping floors, which, but I mean, I need to eat too. And last time I ate some of your food, it was like, I thought maybe there was some heaviness there. So I got what I got downstairs, and I have like a hot plate on top of a mini fridge. Like, that's my life. So I'm just cooking whatever, and I cook like I just soaking beans, which is like the worst smell ever. I'm just making. I've got my rice and beans. I've got my, I'm cool. I don't hang out in the common areas anymore. It's like I'm very heavy vibe of like, you've been there for too long. And like when everyone in the world has outlived a favor. And that's like, that would be the vibe that would be happening. I'd be there for like year number 2. And like you finally lose it when you go out to go to work and I've blocked your car in with my car. And you're
like kind of parked on the lawn, not really like totally in a driveway.
Because I'm claiming to have no money, but I fucking go out to the bar on like a Wednesday night because there's some fucking awful girl I'm scamming on. Even worse, I bring her back. Finally scored. Finally scored. After years of being celibate.
Somehow talked her into the basement.
So I talked her into the basement, and I'm like, yo, I got a party room down here. This is my house. I fucking totally finessed that 2 a.m. elevator conversation you have with somebody you're going home with, Like, yeah, oh, yeah, totally. Yeah, like, you're just agreeing to everything. You don't want to blow it,
Gotta fucking make sure you tell the cab driver, which way they've got to turn without really breaking the story too much.
Nah, fuck a cab. But when you drive home drunk, that you come off as like James Dean.
Damn,
Adventurous.
Right, good to know.
I got my little Honda still. It's like 200,000 miles on. It's not doing so good. She's like, oh, this is all yours. I'm like, yeah. Like, oh, these your cars? Yeah. I'm already retired. This is all I do. This is my domain. It's like Westchester or some shit. And I'm like, take her down. I give it to her. Good. You wake up. You shoot up because you hear what appears to be a dying animal. And instead, it's the woman. The woman is downstairs. And you're like, God damn it. But you're like, okay, all right. I'm going to be like water. Namaste hands.
Just let it flow. Let it flow.
So you go up, you get up, you make your coffee. You're like, it's Friday. Thank fucking God. It's going to be like, 25-minute drive, straight shot to the fucking chalk factory, no sweat. Then you look outside and I've blocked you in. And you're totally,
this is annoying me right now. This is wild. Like, I just had a little bit of a reaction.
You
like,
fucking
God damn.
blow a gasket and stomp downstairs. And you're like, hello? And the woman gets startled. And she's like, who are they? I thought this was you. I'm like, yeah, they're my tenants. I'm still trying to angle for morning sex, so I'm still lying.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's my fucking...
We got a little off the reservation with my man having no friends. I think it's all right, but like, I don't know. Do you think it's all right? It's
they're both. I mean,
you being the asker. I want your opinion as well, but I mean, like, if you think it's cool, then everyone can go fuck themselves. If you don't think it's cool, then maybe work on that.
I'm the same way. I'm totally the same way. Where I have friends, I could take them or leave them. My true ride or die friends either live really far away or they're just in case. Pretty much.
Fucking God bless.
That's it.
I think it's fucking important to be able to be okay being by yourself. Doesn't necessarily mean you need to be by yourself, but you need to be okay being by yourself.
There are people who cannot function without attention, without human attention.
Wild. Really crazy.
Like,
I think that's an insane weakness.
It is an insane weakness. It's a perfect way to put it too. It's like a big weakness. It's like, I kind of need constant in-person approval, which is why people go to the same bar, like every weekend.
Yeah,
and they create like a fucking Norm Cliff Clavin scenario where it's like, oh my God, so Stacy's here again.
I need to be with my people.
Oh, I miss my people.
So yeah, that's the best answer I can muster. Is I don't know, learn to be alone, and if you're not happy, then don't be alone.
Yeah.
Um,
Or blow your
one
brains
thing
out.
it occurred to me when we were talking about
Me bringing home a woman and living
this
in your
is
basement.
what it's like to be me. I can't think straight lately. It's really rough. I don't know what's wrong
I
with me.
can hook
need to
up some
fucking-
Adderall for you, bro.
I just need to figure my shit out. No, when we were talking about devil's advocacy and whatnot before, it occurred to me that this is not a question, but from a few episodes ago, the vehement racist commenter
Oh my God!
got at us in a very heartfelt and kind of intense way.
In a
And,
group Facebook chat.
group Facebook chat, working through some shit. This is the pain of being right all the time. This right here is the pain of being right all the time. My man's working through some shit. He's, that's what it is.
Love it.
Yeah.
I let
So-
you take the reins. I didn't have much to contribute because I figured you could handle it better than I was just going to be like, well, that's rough, man. But it was
gotten mad Socratic.
our man. We love our man. Thanks for we don't hold it against you for being a virulent racist. It's fine, totally fine because it's only sometimes, and I'm only addicted to fucking looking at hooker ads sometimes. We all have our sad failings. What are you gonna do, right? Some of us drive too fast. Some of us hate Jews. What are you gonna do? In the game of life, there are left turns and there are right turns, and you'll end up where you need to be eventually. But
So, yeah. I found that fascinating though, because it's like, especially because we started to talk about shit. Like it came up, and we're like, all right, that's what it is. Let's talk about it. And the conversation immediately took a left turn to the point where if I was a reactionary fucking don't devil's advocate me person, I would be, and let's say this dude came to me with this issue and I was a reactionary fucking devil's advocate. Like, don't do that, fucking person.
oh yeah, fucking I would die. I'd call on his scene to oust him.
That's the
And
thing is,
it's like-
I would be approaching it 150% from the wrong direction. I'd be like flanking, but flanking left, and the army's to the right. It's like, it was fascinating in that 3 messages of conversation, we managed to fully disconnect effect from cause and work on root, whereas a dumb, loud person would just fuck with effect all the time. It's really wild. It was fascinating. So I'm glad that happened. I hope my man's getting some help and feeling better.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was pretty fascinating.
Here's one.
All ears.
Seahawks Giants corner. Use gauze
God.
/ 25 to life lyric references so the punker than thou listeners don't leave. Well,
Can't do that.
I
Literally have no idea. Never listened to Gauze in my life.
Odell Beckham Jr. sure has a short fuse, Andrew, doesn't he?
All right, well, here's the deal. All right, I'm of 2 minds on this. Yes, the video of him punching the kicking net and the kicking net fucking hitting him in the head is worth its weight in gold. That alone worth the loss just to have that. Also, really fucking weird narrative where people are like, well, he's short. He's this hot-tempered young man. Like, whoa, all right, let's dial it back. This is like we're a few like nudges away from being like, he's got gorilla-like strength, though.
Well, that's what fucking commentators always do. If it was a white dude, he's
he's just very
a
passionate.
competitor.
He wants to win.
He wants to win so bad he can taste it. He loses control. But if it's a black guy, well, he's lost control of his emotions, and
It's just you're not going to win a game like that.
you're not going to win a game like that. You've got to focus on what's upstairs, like assuming, the assumption, running assumption is that, or like that kind of thing. It's like, oh, well, he's a natural athlete. I love when they say that.
It's really good. Natural athletes.
They used to
very
say
good.
that about Michael Vick all the time. He's a natural athlete. He's instinctive. Oh, like an ape. That's what you're saying. Like a gorilla. That's what you're saying. Like a cheetah, like a Black Panther.
But yeah, he is like despite all that, he is unbearable to watch in those situations. Like, I loved in that Vikings game, which I spent half of it like laying in the couch as though I had a stomach virus.
Masturbating.
So bad, so fucking obnoxious. They kept like, you know, like, well, they really haven't been targeting 13 much. Why the fuck? What, like, are you kidding me? Like, I can't trust that dude to not get into a fist fight at the end of every play. Why would I ever throw the fucking ball to him? It's insane. Every play, this dude was like either hitting somebody dirty or getting hit dirty and getting into a fucking scuffle. It's like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna throw to him. No, I'm good. I'll run this shit in. Forget it. Fuck you. Yeah, I don't know what to fucking do with that dude. I don't think any of those are Gauze lyrics, sorry. Where is fucking Seahawks looked fantastic. Looked looked swan-like. It was wild.
That was like ballet, dude. They were so fucking good. And our fucking most of our dudes are undrafted B teamers, and we're bringing it together. It's so good. Jimmy Graham is looking so good.
Yeah, Jimmy Graham remembered how to play football. That's wild. It's
Wow.
been about 2 years. Nice to have him back.
He had a two-year vacation, and now he's back.
That
I think
fucking year where I drafted him first in fantasy football thinking I was the smartest motherfucker in the room. Jimmy Graham is going to fucking steamroll. Unbelievable.
I think that
Unbelievable.
the rumor mill. I'm a member of a lot of Seahawks, well, not a lot, but a few Seahawks message boards with some insiders. And they said that Jimmy Graham had a play me or trade me conversation with John Schneider.
Wow.
And so he's getting the ball. It's great.
Did he have the I'm going to be fucking injured by week 6 like I always am anyway, so you may as well fucking throw the ball to me now while I'm here conversation as well?
I'm a rich man, so my legs are made of the finest crystal. But they still shatter very easily.
Just wait for it. Fucking mark my words. 2 weeks from now, he takes 2 fucking helmets, one to each side, and collapses like he's made of fucking like marbles.
Would you like to hear some? Well, you know what? I found that Total Chaos album. It's called Anthems from the Alleyway.
Yeah, that's the one. It's super good.
There are people on this earth who this is the first thing they put on in the morning.
Oh yeah, they can't get enough of it.
Imagine, like, I could never understand that. Like, it'd be like the rare moment where you'd ride, like if you're on a long tour with a band, you'd ride in their van, you know, like you'd swap for a day. I can't imagine, like, how could you listen to heavy music before playing heavy music?
I found that to be fucking bizarre.
Bizarre.
It's so bizarre.
It's so weird. It's like, oh, I'm going to listen to, 7 Days of Samsara before I play. Like, they'll listen to bands that they're derivative of.
Like, I would start to play shit, like, soft music I didn't even like, just to have, like, I'd start to, like, mine into, like, the Bob Dylan catalog. I fucking hate Bob Dylan. Like, fuck it.
Well, we would
But
listen.
it's just, like, I just need to not hear what I'm going to be forced to hear tonight at all.
Or it doesn't influence what we play. Like,
Yeah.
all of our stuff is pure because we don't listen to fucking shit that we're supposed to sound like and then try to sound like them because that's very weird.
Do you want to do your Craigslist casual
Yeah.
encounter reading?
I'm going to just Google sad piano and see what comes up. Last time, the dude with the pictures of his girlfriend was the greatest thing ever. So, I'm going to pick one that isn't. Oh, no. You know, it's funny. I've been watching a lot of documentaries on John DeLorean.
There's more than one?
There's a bunch. And,
Wow.
like, I'll have, like, dark piano music. I Miss You. And then, like the DeLorean story. It's pretty stupid. Okay. There's some particularly good ones. So. Pet Supply Plus. You are just so adorable. One of these days, I'd love to help you release some of that tension you got going
Ugh.
on in the DL. Just ask and the answer is yes. I see you watching me because I have to adjust my cock so it doesn't push through my jeans a bit, LOL.
when you're adjusting your cock in public at Pet Supplies Plus, people aren't necessarily looking at you because they're enjoying it. Just saying.
I would think they're a total freak who gets off looking at like poor cats who nobody's ever gonna adopt. Same cats there every day. Here's a little bitty cat with 2 different eyes. Don't you want to bring this feral creature into your house with a baby there?
Just rub one out in front of this cat and then leave without cleaning up.
Look, Andrew. Little bitty. It's been just over 5 years. You changed my life. I still think of you often. I know your life has changed while mine has
Yeah.
stayed the same.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
We defiantly had a connection. Definitely had a
Defiantly. I
fucking-
prefer
They
defiantly.
dumped you because you're illiterate. We definitely had a connection, and after we finally hooked up, you pushed me away. I have to say, it affected me more than I thought it would. It's been 5 years.
Oh my
We
God.
talk every couple years, but it's been a while. Just wanted to say hello, and I miss you. Love, D. Wow. 5
Jesus
fucking years.
Christ.
You know what? I gave you a sloppy wet blowjob yesterday. I'm free again now if you want to stop by
Oh.
and give me another dose. Tell me what I had on. You know where I live, you fucker.
Wow.
Clifton Park Restaurant and Bar. I met you tonight at a bar in Clifton Park. I was there to pick up 2 friends who had been drinking too much. We talked at the
Cool.
bar for a little while about Miami, Florida. I thought you were very attractive. If you would like to hang out and or get a drink, JLMK, which stands for Just Let Me Know. If you can tell me what we were talking about in regards to Miami, then it's fucking dump. Dolphins suck. This is a long shot, but I'm
hot.
hoping you. It's hot there. I mean, there's a lot of. I mean, anybody could be like, oh yeah, it was us. This is so. These people are very desperate. Okay, escort.
This is very dark.
Escort in Troy, early 90s.
Whoa.
Whoa, like
Early 90s, they're dead.
maybe she's in her early 90s.
Ah, that's true.
You used to frequent a place I worked at. Once you were injured, and I helped you a little extra that day. Ended up kissing each other on the lips, and you replied with something like, I gotta get you in bed. Freebie, of course.
Freebie, of course.
I had a girlfriend at the time, so nothing came of it. But I wanted you so bad. You still cross my mind at times. If you somehow happen across this, reply with what kind of injury you had. Okay, mailman, who are you? I see you every
Wow.
day around 3:15 between 99 and Washington and the Education Building. God, you are so cute. I don't know why someone keeps flagging this post. Probably a faggot.
Probably.
I really want to know who you are. Does anybody know who he is? I love how it's like the assumption is everybody's reading these.
Seriously, like, what do you think is happening at home at night?
Everyone's on Craigslist Casual Encounters helping each other out. This is a hive mind. Looking for Jay. You still haven't seen this, so I'm trying again. This will go away when you... This will go away when you get back to me. Oh, thank God.
Okay, cool.
I gave you a
Next
blowjob.
40 years, still looking for Jay.
Still looking for Jay. I gave you a blowjob in my truck. You said I was brave for doing it where we did it. You came like a shotgun and I swallowed every drop. I said I would never out you and I meant it. Your name starts with J. You're in your 20s and you don't live alone, or at least you didn't used to. We met from your post, but you only responded to texts, so I can't email you. I met you at midnight and gave you a blowjob in my back seat. A while later, we went to a field during a nasty rainstorm, and you fucked me in my back seat. After that, you moved away, and we didn't get together again. You texted me a short while ago. And when I couldn't respond, and now I've lost your number. What?
What the fuck?
I have some time to do it all again, so text me, but time is running out. You have my number. I hope Jay writes him back. I should write him back as Jay.
Yeah, you really should. Yeah, that rainstorm was crazy, wasn't it?
God, that rainstorm was crazy. I'm so glad you settled my nerves by fucking me. One more.
Wow.
One more. Albany, this goes out to Scott J. Albany Public Library. You were
Yes.
sleeping in your chair with an open book, shoes kicked off, looking absolutely amazing in your black dress, blonde hair, and red lips. You awoke with a dreamy look in your eyes. I asked you if you had a good sleep. You asked me if I saw any children around you. You were waiting for your sister to meet you with her kids. I wish we could have talked more, but your sister came, and her kids were annoying. Would love to connect again. Tell me what you were reading. It's fucking great.
Jesus Christ.
I
that
love
town.
all of these. I love these. All right, can I just fucking read one more?
Yeah, of course.
All right. I'm going to fucking play some different music. Maybe not. Actually, I'm going to play this John DeLorean fucking documentary while I read this. I don't care. Whatever. Hippie girl, East Greenbush. I miss you guys. It was fun smelling your dirty feet when I drove by.
What the fuck?
Finally worked your body enough to get out of town, I hope. Kinda wanted to plow your smelly vagina before you left, though. Thought it would be cool to have lice in my beard for a few days. Well, comrade, I guess that's it. Take care. Wow.
Jesus.
Vicious, hippie relationship gone totally wrong. And in the wake, fucking Caleb or Jeremy or whoever wrote is sour that his girl left to go on fish tour, and she accused her of having lice in her pubes, or I guess they're crabs, and also that she's not as fresh as she could be down there.
It's like that was a kind of a disturbing one.
Yeah, well,
What episode is this? Are we 131 now? We're past the 130?
131.
All right. This has been episode 131. I've got a bag full of Thai food behind me that is rapidly cooling. I'm
Oh,
going
nice.
to stop podcasting, and I'm going to go eat it.
I just saw that somebody reposted the Tom Kiss I came on your wife post, and I just laughed at that.
Oh, man. Anything you want to plug?
Oh,
Big news?
I'm just got a new job, moving in with Young Box, writing I'm running a new Bear Mattress album, and Andrew and I we're doing some stuff as well, but we're gonna tease it.
Mm-hmm.
Right now. We're just gonna tease it, but Andrew and I.
Little taser. Little taser.
A little taser. And, I don't know. That's how Sean Diddy used to sound when he was sleepy. I miss the little buddy.
Pretty much.
He's like,
But then he would yell, "Fuck off!" Like, oh, jeez. All right.
my God, anger spike. We used to how
Anger spike.
How we never took him seriously for a sec. He could have had a gun, both of our.
I know, right?
Either the
I
back
think
of our
back of
heads.
that.
He could have had like a .38 revolver, but right, like so close to your head, like close enough to your head where you don't even feel it. Like ah ha ha, Sean Duty, you're an idiot. Ha 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 ha. And he should have probably fucking shot one of us. We were pretty mean.
Still could.
Shout out to Kent the Barber, who wrote me on Facebook asking me where I was.
Yeah, all right.
His Young Box cuts my hair now, and
Oh, damn.
I've got to let him down easy.
Poor Kent. Well, he'll live. He'll be all right.
He's a refugee from the country of Vietnam, a Vietnam War refugee. He'll be fine. He's been through tougher. Actually, I don't know if that's escaping a war-torn country
How old is he though? It's not like he's fucking like 64, right?
No, he was a child.
He's fine.
Yeah,
Kids don't remember shit. Kids don't remember anything. It's
No,
fucking-
this is shit his parents told him after.
Yeah,
It wasn't like he was in the
whatever, it's
fucking
fine. He
killing fields or anything. It wasn't like he.
born in San Diego.
Yeah. He shot porn in San Diego. And, I'm going to fucking drive over to his new spot. I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just going to punch him. It's hard, good, hard one right in the face. And I'm going to say, look, motherfucker, Facebook is for friends and for looking at girls and not for talking to dudes ever.
Punch him, and then when he's like rolling in the round, get close to his ear and scream, "Still want to know where I am, motherfucker."
Yeah, I'm going to
And
say,
just storm off and like spin out and like cover him with dirt when you spin out.
yeah. But I'm cool. I didn't say anything about Vietnam.
Good.
There's a lot of
That's
fucking
awesome.
roads I could have taken about Palmia and fucking the men who fucking fought. I didn't say anything about that shit. I was
It's very
just
good
like,
of you. It's very worldly of you.
I was like, Kent, you have, you've got your shit, but I'm going to talk about the present. And you're crawling up barking up my tree. And it's a long drop once you fall out of it. Okay? So don't even try.
This has been 131. I see where this is going. The Kent dialogue is a dialogue that will never end if
It
I
was
don't
bubbling.
put a stop to
The
it.
water was bubbling. He just turned the burner off. The water was bubbling.
All right, we'll be back next week with 132.
Okay, I guess.